Leandra's POV. I took my mate to the Packhouse Hospital. I lay her on the bed and the doctors asked me to leave the room, but I didn't do it. I'm not leaving her ever. My beta comes to my side, putting a hand on my shoulder. I'm sure the people who were there informed him about the situation. Is that the Luna? He asks, looking at the girl on the bed. The doctors who are attending to her look very wary of me because my alpha aura is going crazy. But I can't help it. They were torturing her. My King, I think you should. Leave. You won't want to see this. A tall nurse speaks in a stutter. She's right and already. The doctors can't do their job well, bro. Your aura is imposing, Dan says. I shake my head. I want to see. I want to know what they did to her. No. The doctors turn her on her belly and tear her already torn shirt. My beta gasps. I repress a growl and clutch my fist. Her back is red and bloody. They have been hitting her. Some cuts are so deep and unable to heal themselves. I move closer to her instinctively. No one should be treated like that, no matter the crime of their sins. I see some dark scars as well, and my Lycan howls in anguish. No doubt she is being abused a lot. Some scars are really old, mumbles the doctor as he begins to clean her, even in her sleeping state. She flinches as the medicine touches her back, and I hold her hand. Sorry, baby. They'll pay for this, I promise her silently. The Alpha family will bear 10 times what they did to her. I let go of her hand and left the room. My beta is calling my name, but I don't answer him. I just need to be alone right now. I reach the woods in no time and shift into my fierce Lycan. With one loud howl, we take off into the forest to run. We have been running for a few hours now, the images of how I found my mate haunting my memories, questions bombarding my mind. What if I wasn't there? What if I was a minute late? What would have happened? Would she have seen the day again? I run harder and push forward. After hours of running, I thought my anger would have subsided, but it didn't. I go back to the pack house. It is quiet and everyone is still sleeping, so I go to their minibar, drinking my favorite whiskey. Feeling fatigued, it takes over my body. I go to the room that they prepared for me to rest, but I mind linking my beta to tell him to stay with my mate. Once I hit the bed, I again think of my beautiful mate. I don't even know her name yet. I want to know everything about her, but mostly want to know why she was in that terrible place I found her in. The dungeons only hold the most dangerous wolves. But can she be? She looks so frail and perfect, like she wouldn't even hurt a fly. I can't sense her wolf, Saga says. I did notice that. The tingles were there when our skin made contact, but they were not as strong. We will find out what happened. Amos's POV. My chest was burning for hours and my breath came out in short pants. The fucking bitch accepted my rejection. How can she? Why would she? I thought she will wait a while longer to give me time to reconsider and take her back. I thought she will beg me to take back my rejection, but no, she accepted it. I growled at the thought of that. Anger coursed through me, but I couldn't leave my office because I was in too much pain. My wolf was whimpering and howling in sadness. I was feeling so many emotions, but I couldn't pinpoint which one. But I knew one thing. I needed to see her. I have to see Anaiah. I refused to let her go. I can't lose my mate because I'm afraid of what others will say. After I calmed down and the painful sensations began to disappear, I mind-linked the head guard to get her out of the dungeon, but no one answered. I couldn't even feel their wolves. What the fuck was happening to my men? I marched towards the dungeons in anger, and once I'm there, the guards at the entrance are in deep conversation. I growled, alerting them of my presence, and they stood straight, saluting me. I went straight to the cell where my mate was kept, but the silver bars were ripped from their hinges. I snarled when I saw 2 men carrying the bodies of dead men. They looked like they were ripped apart by a beast, What happened? The Lycan King was here. He took the girl. I grabbed him by the collar and growled in his face. What do you mean, took her? Some guards were, sir. He was stuttering, and I was getting frustrated. What did the guards do to my mate? If you don't stop your stuttering, I'll snap your fucking neck. Speak clearly. I threw him against the wall, and he grunted painfully. The men assaulted her and the king killed him, sir, he said with difficulty. My anger rose and I clenched my teeth, growling furiously. Where is she? I don't know, sir, he trembled. I left the cells after mine linking with some guards. They informed me that she had been taken to the hospital. I rushed there and saw that she was peacefully lying on the bed, her eyes closed, and the sight of her like that made me shudder. She looked underweight and pale. Her hair is disheveled and her features were soft as ever. I caressed her soft cheek and I felt faint tingles under my fingers. I bent down and kissed her forehead, but stopped when I sensed someone's presence behind me and turned around to face the intruder. What happened to her? The doctor snickers and glares at me. I almost growl at her insolence, but took deep gulps of air to calm myself. I don't feel like killing anyone today, especially Dr. Barros. She was a sweet and gentle woman. Leandre's POV. I woke up at 10 a.m., showered, and got ready for the day, and I went to Amos's office. I didn't wait to hear a come in before I enter. I find him sitting in his chair. The former Alpha and Luna are on the couch, along with 2 other men. They all get to their feet at my arrival and bow. We exchange pleasantries, and I take a chair in front of the new Alpha. I found my mate in your pack, I inform him. From the looks on their faces, it seems they already knew. Amos knit his eyebrows in interest, while the other people in the room cheer forcibly, as if they were wary. I found her in the dungeon, being molested by your guards, I say, repulsed. Amos's face shows anger and fury as I continue to tell them. A growl rips from his chest and he hits his desk, breaking it in half. I'll kill them, he declares. Already did, I grin sarcastically. What happened? Why was she locked up? I asked, looking into his eyes, and he fidgets uncomfortably. I believe it has something to do with him. He swallows thickly. Which one? Don't play dumb with me. You're already starting to irritate me. He looks offended, but doesn't say a word. He inhales and puts his arms on the broken table, looking at me. Anaiah, he starts, and I repeat her name silently. Anaiah. It's a beautiful name for a lovely girl. A smile makes its way to my lips. It suits her, adds Saga. There is a mistake. Anaiah is not yours. She's my mate, I growl, and get to my feet. In a flash, I'm in front of him, holding him by his neck. I lift him off the ground and squeeze his neck. His face starts to turn purple, but I don't release him. How dare you claim my mate? The former Alpha and Luna are pleading, but I turn a deaf ear. Anaiah is my mate, and I'll kill anyone who tries to touch her. My words are slow and calm. I throw the little Alpha to the ground and he gulps for air greedily. His parents are going to help him up, but he growls and pushes away. Stupid prick. With all due respect, my king, she was mine first. If the moon goddess gave her another, it can only mean you rejected her, especially considering the condition I found her in. Alpha Amos, do you lock your mate in dungeon? I know for sure that if the goddess blessed me with her, the moron must have rejected her. I was wrong. I'll take back my rejection. He challenges. I see red, but I refrain from wasting any energy on him. You won't, his father growled. I raise my eyebrows and find them staring at each other challengingly. That woman won't be a Luna. She's a murderer. Father, enough. Anaiah is my mate, and everyone will accept her. I've made my decision, Amos declares. I don't wait to find out what is going on before leaving the room. I go straight to the hospital to see my mate. I find Dan in the hallway, and I give him a tiny smile. How is she? She's better. They have applied some ointment to her wounds. But I haven't been there to see her yet. Is she awake? He nods and points at me to walk in. I eye him, suddenly feeling nervous. What if she rejects me or compares me to that asshole who rejected her? I hesitantly push the door open and enter the room. There is a female doctor performing tests and asking her questions. She nods her head. Looks better. The doctor sounds cheerful. The doctor notices me and bows. My king. I'm happy to say your mate is healing well. Quite impressive, actually, she muses. I nod and she explains a few things before leaving the room. I'm left alone with my mate. Anaiah's POV. I slowly lift my gaze as the most enticing scent of vanilla and honey fills my nostrils. My breath gets caught in my chest, and I forget how to breathe. The man walking in front of me is tall and intimidating. He's the most gorgeous man I've ever seen. He has thick, jet-black hair, blazing dark blue eyes, a prominent face with high cheekbones, and a muscular body that looks like a Greek god. As soon as he entered the room, he dominated it immediately, and a wince escapes my lips. He smiles ever so gently once he nears me, and my heart skips. My wolf is trying to say something frantic, but I can't hear her clearly. I'm still in awe of him. Hello, love. His voice is deep and huskily sexy. I just watch him like an idiot. No words are leaving my mouth. Anaiah. He whispers my name, his eyes looking at me with love. My name sounds so good on his tongue, and a shiver runs down my spine. He cups my face and tingles run down my body. I gulp. Mate. I hear my wolf chant. Not fucking again. I shake my head, burying my head between my legs. I can tell that this man is an alpha by his strong, domineering aura. Will he reject me? Oh my God, no, no! I feel tears well in my eyes and a sob escapes me. I feel hands stroking my hair, and I take deep breaths to calm myself. My hunky mate grabs my chin gently so that I'm facing him. And when he speaks, a warm sensation goes down my body. I've been waiting for you, mate. Are you going to reject me? I ask calmly, bracing myself. He knits his eyebrows in confusion. Why would I do that? You're my Luna, my queen. His eyes twinkle, and I allow a small smile on my lips after I register what he said. What is your name? I stutter my words. Leandra La Vista. I nod and test it on my tongue. It suits him. It makes my wolf purr. I can tell he wants to ask something but is hesitant. There is an awkward silence between us before he speaks again. Anaiah, damn, he did it again. Has my name always sounded so good? What happened? Why were you in that terrible place? His expression is darkening, and I feel uncomfortable when he exudes a powerful aura. Seeing my discomfort, he takes a deep breath and opens his eyes. My mate locked me up. I'm your mate, he interjects with a growl, and I flinch, backing away from him, but there is nowhere to go. He starts taking deep breaths again. I instinctively reach for his hand and slowly rub circles on it. And he sends me a small smile that warms my heart. Tell me everything, please. I begin to tell him everything that happened, and to say, Leandra was upset will be an understatement. While I tell him, some old scars reopen, and I cry again. He holds me tightly and tells me that it will be all right. That I have him now, and for some weird reason. I do believe him. My wolf is content in his arms, and by a sheer miracle, my wounds don't hurt. The door to the room opens, and another tall man with a build like Leon enters the room. He smiles. Luna. I'm glad to see you're all right. I look at Leon, waiting for him to tell me who he is, because I've never seen him before. "This is Dan, my beta and friend," he says quickly. I smile, and to Dan, he says, "This is Anaiah, my mate, and the new Lycan Queen." I almost choke on my saliva. Did he say Lycan? Yes. How did I not feel it sooner? His imposing aura. Lycans are the most powerful among the supernatural. They are gorgeous creatures and dominating. They rule over all shifters, and Leandre La Vista is the king. What? I'm freaking out right now. How is that possible? I'm no leader, let alone queen of a Lycan kingdom. Hold up. Did you just say friend? I'm your best friend, motherfucker. Sneers. Dan was offended that the king only called him a friend and not a best friend. Leon just chuckles and puts a hand on my neck. Are you okay, love? He asks worriedly. I clear my throat and nod. So many things are running through my head right now. What if the Lycan community doesn't accept me? They are magnificent creatures, so I hear. They are wealthy, undeniably upper class, and will he ask me to leave with him? Yes. Did you just say king? He nods affirmatively. And you're my queen. So, when are we leaving? Asks Dan before I can even think to process everything. As soon as the doctors permit Anaiah to travel, and I still have some business here, answers the king while the men discuss what to do in the Dawnrise pack. My stomach growls loudly, but I ignore it, embarrassed. It growls again, and this time I close my eyes. My cheeks are red, and I hear the Lycan King's deep chuckle. Hungry? I bite my lips, not sure if I'm allowed any food. Dan, get us some food and bring my laptop. I need to work on the moonshine project before Marcus starts pestering me. The Lycan beta bows and exit the room. My mate turns to me and sighs. He smiles and I almost melt. He's too hot. Minutes later, someone comes in with so much food on a tray. There is fried chicken, salad, chips, and fruit. My stomach embarrassingly growls again as my mate takes the tray from an Omega. I don't ignore how she seductively bats her eyelashes at him, but Leon didn't even spare her a look. Enjoy. He places the food on a small table in front of me. My mate watches me eat with a smile, and I take small bites of my food if I eat too fast, as my stomach is urging me. I don't remember the last time I ate this much, and once I'm safe, my mate puts the tray aside and smiles at me again. I swoon this time. Dramatic much. I wrap my arms around his waist, and we stay like that until the door opens and a possessive growl resonates. Get away from my mate. Anaiah's POV. Get away from my mate. As soon as the growl tears from Amos's chest, Leon is in front of him, growling. I gasp when he grabs him and backs him into a wall. I see Alpha being lifted off the ground by the powerful king. I get out of my bed and rush to them, placing a hand on my mate, and my gesture seems to be yet again soothe him. He lowers him down with a growl. As the two stare each other down, I can tell the difference in strength, even though they look like they are about to tear each other apart. Amos is the first to break eye contact. He bows subtly. After all, Leandra is still his king. He turns to me and raises a hand to touch my cheek, but a growl stops him midway. How are you? Amos's voice is soft like never before, and I'm surprised by the change of attitude. My wolf snarls at him and says something snarky. I don't answer him instead, just hold my Lycan's hand. I want to rest now. Do you want to lie next to me? I ask gently, and Leandra smiles, his eyes shining, and he nods eagerly. I feel bad because I'm using him to make that fucker Amos jealous. Leandra directs me back to the bed. I cock my head to glance at Amos one more time. He looks hurt, but he deserves it for treating me like garbage. I smile inwardly at his hurt. Fucking asshole. Leandra and I lie in bed, my back pressed against his front, and his arms circle my body in a tight hug. I close my eyes and inhale my mate's scent. When I sleep, I dream about the horrors endured in those dungeons. Those men whipping me, touching me most indecently. I begin to shiver as I relive those moments, and fear for my life creeps in. I feel their disgusting hands on my body, and I thrash, kick, and scream so that they don't touch me. Anaiah. Someone is shaking me. I wake up to find strong arms holding me, but I get startled and struggle to get out of them. Hey, calm down. I keep shaking and kicking until I roll off the bed. I land on the cold floor, hurting my side again. Anaiah, King Leandre runs to me, carrying me in his arms. My whole body is shivering, and for a moment, I'm still in a daze. I feel the warmth spread around my body. The Lycan King's huge hand has circled my waist. His head is in my neck, and I bury my face in his chest. Crying, he comforts me, telling me that it is all right and that he's here with me. The next day, I woke up to a harsh, low voice hissing. "Get out. I don't ever want to see you near my mate." That is Leandre's voice. Why is he upset? "I just wanted to make you feel good," a voice purrs. That is Fallon's voice. The bitch hates me to the core and is one of my bullies. She helps out here and refuses me to get treatment after they beat me. "I don't need that," he hisses. "Come on, I'm sexier than ugly skank," she yells. I keep my eyes closed, wanting to hear the Lycan's response. "What? Don't dare insult my mate. Whore and I don't want to see you again," he says, going on to tell her that I'm the most beautiful woman in the world, and that he only has eyes for me. His words bring tears to my eyes. "Dan, stay with her." The door closes. I finally open my eyes and I find Dan smiling at me. "Luna, do you want some food?" Whenever I'm not with my Lycan King, Dan stays with me to make sure that Owen doesn't bother me. I sit up and give him a small smile. "Can I have more chicken, please?" I ask with a grin. Ever since King Leandre appeared in my life, I can eat all I want and have a great taste for grilled chicken and ice cream. Dan chuckles. "Of course. Do you know anything else other than chicken?" "No. I love chicken." He stands up and scratches his stubble beard. "Contemplating something, have you tried seafood before?" he asks. I shake my head negatively, and he clicks his tongue. "Luna, you're having that today," I pout, making him chuckle. "Just trust me. You'll love it," he winks. I watch him leave the room in a hurry, and I lay back. It's been years since I've been in a bed as soft as this one. I open my eyes to a screeching sound. "Who the fuck do you think you are to receive medical treatment?" asks Eunice, crossing her arms against her chest. I roll my eyes. This bitch is the worst ever. Today she is wearing small, tight clothes. Her boobs are almost hanging out of her tank top. "Just get out." "Whore," I say in a bored tone. She gasps and comes to me so fast, kicking my bed and making me fall on my side. I close my eyes at the pain, and with difficulty try to get up, but the little slut kicks me back down. I grab her leg and push her against the wall. My bones hurt, but I manage to punch her in the face. She yelps, blood oozing from her nose. Such a weak cunt. Her eyes darken as her wolf has taken over. She smiles maliciously at me and clenches her fist, ready to punch me, but her hand stops midway. A growl is resounding from somewhere, and I tilt my neck to see the man who is releasing those aggressive growls. "B Beta Danford," stutters Eunice. The Lycan Beta is fuming with anger. His claws are digging into her flesh to the point of drawing blood. "What the fuck are you doing here?" he growls, his eyes shining, and Eunice starts to cry for good now. "This stupid slave just insulted me, Beta. I was just teaching her a lesson." She cries, her angry eyes on me. "What are you doing in this room?" he questions again, this time in a firm and intimidating voice. He roughly lets go of her arm and she scurries away in fear. Dan looks at me with concern in his gaze. Luna, are you all right? Oh, I'm sorry for going so long, he apologizes. I inhale and smile at him. He takes me to the bed and sits me down. He looks worried. Damn, the king will punish me for this, he mumbles. I'm used to this, honestly. I shrug, making myself comfortable on the bed. What do you mean? They beat, insult, and starve me, I say casually. But as I continue to list all the pack does to me, his expression darkens, and I bite my tongue. He is growling, and I give his hand a pat. It's okay. We can keep this little incident between us, and please don't tell the king what I told you. Dan, I ask in a small voice. But he shakes his head. Promise me, I insist. But he only covers his large hand over mine and says, I can't do that, Luna. I have to protect you and make sure all these people suffer for what they did. With that said, he goes out of the room, banging the door behind him. I exhale and pray he doesn't tell Leandre. Already Lycans fight harder than normal to tame their inner Lycans. And if he hears of this, the king might go ballistic and kill the bitch. Leandre's POV. After Dan finishes telling me what that woman did to my mate, I was fuming with anger. I went to Amos's office and demanded justice for Anna. I won't let anyone hurt her without any consequence. Who do you think you are barging in here like that again? He demands, his fist clutched. I am your king. Someone attacked my mate and I want them punished. Now, I demand from him. He looks startled and takes a step back. Who hurt her? Find out and I want to hear her screams, I say, leaving the office after he nods. I don't immediately go to my mate. Instead, I decide to do some work that I have been putting off. However, I can't seem to get the picture of how I found my mate out of my head. She has endured so much at the hands of everyone here. She's a fighter, says my Lycan. Indeed, that she is. I allowed myself to smile while I pick up my phone to call my sister. Hello, Leon. My little sister Arya greets. Hey. We exchange pleasantries before announcing to her that I have found my mate, and the squeal that resounded made me remove the phone from my ear. I wait for her to calm down before continuing. I'm bringing her to the Lycan pack soon, I inform her. Oh, my brother. I'm so happy I can't wait to meet her. We are going to be best friends, she rumbles. I knew this will happen. Arya has always wanted a sister of her own, and now that I'm taking Anna there, she will have that. However, I need to speak to her about it first. I don't want her to feel rushed into anything. What's her name? Anaiah Ross. She's as beautiful and sweet, I beam. Images of her coming to my mind. Oh, I'm very happy for you, dear brother, but I trail, not knowing how to tell her all the abuse she has endured. I suck in a deep breath. She was abused by her pack. My sister lets out a feral growl, and I hear a bang on the other end. What? Are they crazy? That's against the law. You know what brother I'm coming. I have a few words to say to them, or punches to give them. She shouts. My sister is angry, and no one can tame her. I'm already cutting them off business-wise, and we are not rendering any help to them anymore. I declare, without my help, I will watch as rogues wipe them out. All that is good, but they need bigger punishment, she says. I calm her down, and we discuss the Lycan kingdom since I left her and my third in charge. Everything is going well there so far, but I'm needed to go to make some decisions and attend the Alpha Ball that will be held in a few weeks as an honored guest. Some Alphas also want to change some amendments in their packs, but need mine and the Council's approval. After attending my Zoom meeting with the Council, I leave my bedroom to go and see my mate. I closely open the door to her hospital room, only to find Amos. I almost growl, but I notice my mate is sleeping, and I don't want to wake her. What is the fucker doing watching her like a creep? Don't touch her. Didn't I warn you not to come into this room again? Eunice was punished for coming in here. She's staying in the dungeons for a few hours, and will be whipped for starting fights, he says, all while looking at Anaiah. She stirs a little and flutters her long lashes, but doesn't work. Get out. She's mine. I refuse to let her go. The only reason you're still standing there is because of your alpha position here, but don't be deceived. I can take it from you and kill you. Is this how the mighty Lycan King gets what he wants? By using his power to threaten his subordinates? He growls. I take a step forward, and he takes one back. His gaze is on me. The little pup is strong, but I can still tear him to shreds without breaking a sweat. You are making claims on my mate? Your future queen? She was given to me first, he says, losing his cool. And you rejected her and was given to me. Me. I remind him of the brutal truth. Regret flickers in his eyes, and I see his wolf resurface. But my Lycan does too, making him involuntarily submit to me. Get out of here, I command. Alpha Amos tries to fight my order, but he eventually leaves the room. I'm left with my mate. I take the chair near the bed and extend my hand to caress her flawless face with my fingers. Tingles jolt beneath my fingers and her eyes slowly open, but they are shining blue and I'm taken back. She tries to keep her eyes open, but the medication they gave her is too strong. I stay with her a while longer and her eyes lull again. I smile. I can watch her the whole day, goddess. I can't believe she's mine and all mine. I'll love her, protect her with my life. This is the promise I made. Her eyes shut completely, and she stirs a little. Is she having a bad dream? I try to wake her up, but she won't. I stare at her in confusion, and I close my eyes, trying to reach her through our bond. But all I see is a white halo. Shocked, my Lycan closes our link. I caress her cheeks and kiss her soft lips. She inhales and wakes up, getting into a sitting position. Anaiah's POV. I'm sitting at the edge of a cliff, my legs dangling. I sigh as I look at the ground. If I decide to throw myself down, no one will miss me. I can end it all in a heartbeat. What about Saga and Leandra? I scoffed. You've only known him for 3 days and you're already attached? Don't hold your breath for him, I answer my wolf. He loves us. No one loves us. They always end up hating us. Do you even realize that our second chance mate is the Lycan King? The most powerful man in the werewolf world. I am just an omega, abused and hated by everyone. What if his pack is even worse than this one, I say, angry tears running down my face. Gosh, I hate to cry. They will accept us because he did, she says calmly. We can't be sure. I refuse to be hurt again. I will keep my guard up, or maybe just leave him and become rogue. I can't trust him too. While I'm in a conversation with my wolf, a beautiful woman appears in front of me. She's shining in holy light, and I can barely look at her look-up child, she says in a sweet voice. When she speaks, it's like there is an echo that follows her voice. I oblige to her request. She smiles at me and says, I'm the moon goddess, child. I bow in respect. She is a werewolf goddess. She can visit people, so I hear. I'm stunned, unable to say anything to her. Why did she choose to visit me? Child, I visited you because I can hear your thoughts and desires of your heart. I have seen you suffer and haven't done anything because I wanted to strengthen you for what is to come. What do you mean? I frown. It is not for me to tell you. Stay strong, my child. You are blessed, and I hope you make the right choice, she says, and disappears into a thin light. I extend my arm to touch her just as she completely disappears. I feel a surge of energy rushes through me, and I look at my fingers to see them blue. I squint my eyes in confusion, but I have no time to ponder when I feel familiar tingles on my face. I open my eyes to be met with my mate's blue ones, but what he sees in mine takes him back a little. I furrow my eyebrows, but he squints a few times and promptly wraps me in a hug. He inhales my scent, and for a while, I don't respond. I don't want to accept him just yet. I'll give our bond time to grow. He pulls away and smiles, making my heart melt. "How are you feeling?" he asks. I give him a tiny smile. "Great," I say. "Indeed, I feel so good." He nods and sits back on the chair. King Leandre." "Love, please call me Leandre." The way he said love made me. Stop. I need to talk to him about the bond. "Leandre, about our mate bond. I know your Lycan will want to mate. And I try, my face getting embarrassingly red. Why is this such a difficult topic?" The Lycan King chuckles and takes my hand in his. "Love, it's all right. I'm a patient man, and I'll wait until you're ready, even though I must admit that I want you." I swallow at that, and a smile formed on my lips. He wants me. He wants to mate with me. All these weeks I thought I wasn't desirable. That is why Amos rejected me. But no, Leon wants me, and I flush. "You're even more beautiful when you blush." I couldn't be more flushed. I'm sure I'm as red as a tomato. "So, mate, I know nothing about you." I try to sound enthusiastic. He leans back on his chair and covers his gorgeous fingers over his face. "So, we're playing 20 questions, eh?" he starts. I nod and straighten my back. "Okay, shot. What is your favorite color?" "Black. And yours?" "Mine too. How many siblings do you have?" "I have one sister. She's my little spitfire. And you?" "I'm an only child, but I always wished to have a sibling." I shrug. "I used to ask my parents for one when I was younger. But my mom said labor is too painful and she wants to live her life as a model, not some babysitter." I hope Leon doesn't ask about my parents. "And your parents?" he asks, looking into my eyes. I bite my lips and play with my fingers, not knowing what to say. "Love," he urges, and I sigh. "They hate me. My mother is not too maternal." I try to chuckle. He squints his eyes in confusion. I really shouldn't have said anything about that. He frowns, but I'm surprised he doesn't say a word. After a long silence, he fixes his gaze on me. "Let me guess. You like roses," he says quizzically, like it's cliché. I laugh and shake my head negatively. "No. I love water lilies, actually." He stands up with a low, excited growl and removes a bouquet of white water lilies, giving it to me with a kiss on my cheek. "I thought so. How did you know?" I smile softly, smelling the flowers. He pretends to think. "Magic?" I look at the white water lilies in my hands. "Thank you, Leon. I like it when you call my name," he beams. We continue to converse. He lives at the castle in Lycan City with his sister and parents. His Lycan is black with white paws and sharp teeth. He loves French cuisine and is a really good cook. He receives a phone call. I huffed. But he had to go. Leon was gone the whole day, but Dan came to check up on me. Later in the day, I get discharged from the hospital. I pack the few things that were brought to me in a small bag. "Hello, Anaiah." The doctor comes in. "Are you ready to leave?" I sigh and nod. I'm not ready to leave and face those monsters. But I will eventually. The Lycan King said to go to his room, and he apologizes for not being here, she says. I only nod again and thank her. I leave the hospital and go to the pack house. The people I meet give me disdainful glares. But no one comments. One of Eunice's bimbos blocks my way to glare, but they don't touch me. I go to the third floor to the guest's bedroom, just realizing that I don't know where my mate's guest bedroom is. I begin to wonder, but sigh, going back to the first floor in my storeroom. But I'm not too lucky as I find Leah. Her expression darkens when she sees me, and she clutches her fist. She wants to punch me. She takes out her frustrations on me. "What are you doing here?" she asks as she approaches me. I feel like prey in front of a predator. She comes to me quickly and hits my cheek, making up a silly excuse. "Bitch," I mutter, and she raises her hand to strike me again. This time, I prepare myself to block her, but someone does it. "Don't fucking dare, or you're dead." Arya's POV. I got out of the car, looking at the pathetic pack house. It's not as big as any of ours. As I go into the pack house, I realize the males and females are gawking at me. Of course they will. I'm a Lycan princess, and normally, Lycans are very superior to wolves. We are stronger, more sophisticated, and graceful, even more beautiful than other supernatural. I look at the picture of my brother's mate and ask a snotty wolf where I can find her. But she commented something nasty, and I slapped her, leaving her screaming at me, but I don't care about her. How dare she call Anaiah a slut? Do these people know she's a future queen of the realm? Once she is crowned, she can order them to be wiped out without consequences. I find another girl, an older woman this time, and she directs me to her. But what I found made my blood boil. A woman was about to slap her. I hold her hand and tighten it, making her face contort in pain. I glare at the woman. Tears swell in her eyes. "Don't fucking dare or you're dead." I push her against the wall. She lunges at me, but I kick her again and again, making sure she stays down. She looks livid, her eyes wide in shock. Whoever she is must be of high status. Her wolf growls at me, but I ignore her, turning to my sister-in-law. "Hi, Anaiah," I greet her with a smile. Anaiah is indeed a rare beauty with long curls, blue eyes, and flawless brown skin. She squints her eyes, but I extend my hand to greet her. "I'm Arya, Leandra's sister," I introduce myself. I'm Anna," she says, and closes her eyes momentarily. "I know." I chuckle softly. The wolf that was on the floor lunges at me again, but I turn quickly, holding her neck and cutting her supply of oxygen. "How dare you come at me, wolf?" I grit my teeth. Her face is losing color, and I see her struggle, but it's futile. I release her and drop her back to the ground. "Don't dare come at me or Anna again, I'm eye clear." She nods her head violently and cries. I approach her stealthily, while she tries to get away from me. My aura is scaring her, and her body is shaking. I grab Anna's hand, but she doesn't follow. I smile. "Let's go out." She opens her mouth to speak, but no sounds come out. "Anna, I mean no harm." She nods, but indicates her bag. Oh, she must have come back from the hospital. I follow my brother's scent to his bedroom. I open the door, and Anna walks in, looking around. I see her hide a smile when she inhales his scent. She puts her bag on the floor and follows me outside. "I'm starving. On my way here, I saw a diner," I say as I start the car. Anaiah doesn't talk much, so I do all the talking in this case. "So, are you in high school?" I ask. "No, I dropped out in my sophomore," she says, still looking out the window. She looks like she's enjoying the drive, so I use the long route to the diner. I keep asking her questions about her life, but her response is vague and hesitant. I close my eyes as I look at the green scenery as well, both of us in comfortable silence. "I'm glad you're mated to my brother," I say, at last. She has a kind and calm aura, which is very rare for wolves, as our supernatural inner beings are strong and always fight for control. "Do you have a mate?" I stiffen at that, and she immediately notices. Her soft hand touches my shoulder. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to intrude." She apologies. I find a parking spot and park my car before turning to her. No, love. You said nothing wrong. I say gently, knowing she's worried that she might have upset you. I don't have one yet. I swallow, not wanting to tell her that the sick bastard rejected me. We get out of the car and head to the restaurant. Some guys whistle and make some comments, but I decide to ignore them. A waiter takes us to a table, and we order one of everything since Anna couldn't pick. I think she doesn't go out much, as she keeps browsing the menu and subtly looking around. I notice a lot of things easily catch her attention. Her eyes widen when she sees so much food, and I gesture for her to dig in. She does, but I notice she eats slowly, making sure she savors the taste of the food. You're here. My brother's mind links me. Yes, I'm with your mate, I inform him. I thought so. I went looking for her and was told she went out, as I quote, with a blonde bombshell. I chuckle. My brother and I have always been close. He took care of and protected me like a baby, even though we are close in age. I'll bring her back soon. Can you take her shopping? I notice she doesn't have clothes done. We finally finish our food and ordered dessert. We have it eagerly, then leave the restaurant to go shopping. We go to the mall, and while I pick out dresses for her, she is following me quietly. I make her try some on despite her protests, but everything she tries suits her well. She is a little underweight from what I can see, but she's mesmerizingly beautiful. I'm tired, she complains when I pass her a skinny jean. She goes to the changing closet and comes back minutes later. The jean is a little lost on her. We both shake our head and she changes right in front of me, making the girl assisting us to blush and look away. I'm tired. I want to go, Arya, she says seriously. It wasn't an order, but my Lycan was taken back by the authority in her tone. I nod but smile mischievously at me. Okay, Luna. I raise my hand up. That smile, though. We are making one last stop, okay? Whatever. She groans with a roll of her eyes. Brother will love this one. Anaiah's POV. Arya is sweet and kind. I think she has a shopping addiction. I'm so tired and I'm sure my legs will be sore. We are in Victoria's Secret store, and it's my first time here, so I keep looking around. Here, love, Arya gives me a set of. I get the set of sexy underwear from her with a blush. I've never even worn lingerie before. For you know, she winks and I hide my face from her. Those will look beautiful on you. I just put them in the basket and continue looking around. They have lingeries in all forms, shapes, and sizes. I go to another part of the store. It has less light, and my eyes get fixed on these wild toys. I get one from the shelf and inspect it. It looks painful. I shudder and put it back, but as I turn, I bump into a male. I almost lose my balance and fall, but he catches me. I look up at him. He's an older man with a gray beard and a smug expression on his face, and the way he's looking at me makes me uncomfortable. I swallow and apologize for bumping into him, but his deep and hunky voice stops me. Do you fancy? He is now holding a small whip in his hands and chains. Memories of what happened in the dungeons flashed before me. The whipping. I shake my head and walk away, but he suddenly grabs my wrist, stopping me from going. Let me go. I try to struggle against him, but it's futile. His hold on me is strong, and he's smiling. I'll give you $1 million if you agree to play with me, sweet little girl, he displays, ignoring my struggles. Damn, why are werewolves so strong? I growl at him, but it only seems to please him. Upset. I kick him in the balls several times. He immediately releases me and doubles over in pain, yet he has a stupid, smug expression on. I grab the whip he had in his hands a few seconds ago and inspect it, wanting to whip this pedophile butt again. Those fucking images taunt me, and I drop it as if it shocked me. Hey, love. Why did you drop that? Comes Arya with a smile. Oh no, There is something about it that screams danger. Daddy wants to play, she pouts, bending down to caress the man's beard. The man now has a grimace. He seems terrified by the Lycan princess. He tries to stand up, but she pushes him back so that he is still on his knees. My princess, Did I ask you to talk? Arya says, her eyes changing gold a brief second before they go back to their beautiful amber. The old man bows again. I'm sure his neck is hurting so much. Arya selects a long whip I didn't see. She smiles and caresses it with her fingers. Daddy wants to play. As soon as the words leave her mouth, she raises the whip so high that it comes landing on the man's back with a harsh sound. The man hisses, but doesn't scream. I cover my eyes when she lifts it again and hit him for the second time. The man just groans in pain. Oh, Daddy. Isn't this fun? She teases. Arya continues her assault on the man, and now I see beads of sweat forming on his temple. My, the man cries. Shut up, Arya grits, her voice dominating, and like a button on the remote. He keeps quiet. Now, I strike you 5 more and you'll count with me. The man is crying now, and I almost interject, but he deserves it. Who knows how many girls he has lured just to do vile things. Am I clear? He nods vigorously. The princess whips him again, and he counts. 1. She continues, and they are getting harsher. The man is trembling and holding in a sob. I take a moment to look at the girl giving punishment. She's so beautiful and graceful even as she does it. The dark leather pants and crop top she's wearing give her a baddie kind of look. Yet her eyes can communicate her emotions. When Arya delivers one last strike and the man breaths a 5, he falls limp to the ground. She crouches down and exhales. Bye, Daddy. It was fun. She turns to me and extends her hand towards me. Let's go. I hesitantly take her hand and leave the store. After she pays for the things, we go to her car. Arya, what was that? I ask, remembering all the weird toys I saw in that store. Have you heard of BDSM? I squint my eyebrows and shake my head. She hums and starts her car. It is an aspect of sex that involves dominance, control, and submission, she explains, glancing at me. And they use those things? Yes, it involves bondage and so much. She continues to explain more about it, actually seeming to enjoy it a lot. People enjoy that? Being whipped and hurt? I ask, unable to believe what I'm hearing. So that old man is a dominator? Yes, and he's not old. He wanted you to be his submissive. He can either reward you or punish you. Unfortunately, we reach the pack house, however. My heart flutters at the thought of Leon. I didn't see him the whole day, and I kinda miss him. A few guards help us with the bags, giving me a slight glare yet smiling at the princess. I ignore their sharp glare, but Arya doesn't. Does something smell bad? She asks the 2 Omegas. They shake their heads and scurry inside. Damn, this pack needs to be taught manners, she says under her breath, glaring at some members who don't look her in the eyes. Brother. My heart skips, and I smile as I watch my mate approach. Leon is coming to us with a killer smile. I almost died and I purr. Arya chuckles and I blush. Princess. Dan calls, running to hug Arya. My mate stands in front of me. He puts his warm hands on either side of my neck and attaches his lips to my forehead, and butterflies erupt in my stomach. My breath quivers. I missed you, my princess, he says, looking into my eyes. He is sincere. I miss him too, but I don't say a word. Pack members are watching us interact, and I feel uncomfortable. In the corner of my eyes, I see my mother glaring at me. Her hate-filled eyes are too much for me to bear. What did I ever do to her? Why does she hate me so much? Mother? I try to mind link her. Mother. That sounds strange to my ears. It's been years since I used it. Dad, I mind link again, but there is no answer. I can't even feel them. Did they completely disown me too? Tears well my eyes. Love, are you okay? A distant voice asks. Please. Excuse me, I run to the storage closet where I stay. I close the door and sit on the cold floor, burying my face in my legs and letting myself cry. I hear the door open and I wipe my tears quickly. King Leandra Pov. My mate runs while crying. I face my sister and Beta. They only shrug. I follow her scent to where she disappeared to. The small passage is dark and dusty. Does anyone even live here? I see a small wooden door and open it. I enter and see her sitting in the corner of the room. Her eyes are red and her body is trembling. I rush to her and hug her. She wraps her hands around me and she cries silently. What is this place? I hear my sister ask. I pull away to check the place out. It looks like an old walk-in closet with a small mattress that doesn't look too soft. There is a chair and a desk that has books on it, a small mirror on the other side, and a few clothes that are hanging. The place doesn't have much light, but it's clean and smells like cranberry. Baby, is this your room? I ask. She shifts uncomfortably a little, but nods. I wipe her tears from her beautiful eyes. I don't ever want to see her shed a tear of sadness. She smiles softly, moving away from her, and my Lycan whimpers at the distance she put. You're staying with me from now on, I tell her. She hesitates and looks at Arya. Since when are they close? My sister gives her an encouraging smile, and my mate nods at me. You know what? Let's downstairs. Dinner is ready, announces Dan with a grin. My mate once again pauses, but Arya grabs her hand and takes her outside. Arya, I can't eat with you guys, she mumbles. Why? Well, not many people like me here, and I'm not allowed to dine with them. You are eating with us, and that's final. We go to the dining room and find everyone sitting. You didn't cook, spats a female warrior at my mate, and I glare at her, immediately averting her gaze. We reach the dining room where everyone is already sitting. I sit at the head of the high table, pulling my mate on my lap. She tries to oppose, but I don't release her. Finally defeated, she settles. The high-ranking members are taking glances at my mate, and I'm proud to see that she holds their gaze. From where I am sitting, I can see the fury radiating from Amos. Everyone prepares a plate of food and starts to eat while I feed Anaiah some bites. She's shy, but eats. This girl doesn't eat with us. A woman stands up. My mate inhales and folds her arms against her chest, while her eyes were unfocused, obviously tuning the she-wolf speaking out. She's a murderer, she yells. This bitch again, mutters my sister. The woman's eyes riveted on me. Do you know she killed my husband on her first shift? You should have rejected her. She's not even beautiful, another wolf adds. My fist clench and I glare at her. My sister hits the table with her fist, making everyone flinch. Wasn't the beating I gave you enough? Do you need a repeat? Princess, you don't know what she did, she says, still glaring at my mate. She's a disgusting cunt who thinks before she can finish her words. Arya throws a knife at her, striking her in the shoulder, and the woman lets out a bloody scream. My mate's body goes rigid, and I hold her close. I don't fucking care. I will kill anyone who disrespects or hurts my queen, Arya declares coldly, and continues eating. Now, get out. I order the woman who is crying. She bows and leaves. Everyone is looking at us in fear, but we ignore them. Do you want more eggs? I ask my mate, who slowly nods, and I give her a forkful of them. Anaiah's POV. After what happened during dinner, no one even looked at me once, or pass any comments. We are now in King Leandra's suite, in the small salon. The siblings and Beta are busy arguing about what movie to watch. No, we are watching Venom, the hitman's bodyguard, protests Dan, grabbing the remote from Arya. I watch them bicker for a while longer and smile. They are so childish, Arya with a cute pout on her lips, and Leon with a frown, trying to get the remote from his beta. Arya snatches it, but they lunge at her at once. She squeals and throws it at me. They all turn to me, all of them extending their hand. I don't know. Don't give it to them, Arya says. Love, give it to me? Leon is looking at me with puppy dog eyes, and I can't resist. No, Luna, me, the beta says. They all talk at once, and I close my eyes, not knowing what to do. Guys, enough. We are watching The Notebook, and that's final, I declare. Arya claps her hands in excitement while the boys complain. While the Omegas bring our snacks, Arya plays the movie. My mate pulls me onto his lap, and I don't even resist. I need his warmth. 2 hours later, we finish the movie. Arya is such a romantic and is crying at the end, while I just hold my mate. Dan slept before the movie was halfway through, and is now snoring on the fluffy carpet. Arya kicks him, and he wakes up. I'm not sleeping. We all laugh at him. As the second movie starts to play, my eyes feel heavy, and sleep takes over me. I'm in the woods, playing as I always do. I'm happy, but a shiver runs down my spine when I feel Thomas Rivers's hands on me. I begin to thrash and kick, but he's adamant about taking me. No, please, please, I beg, fighting the man with a grin on his face. You're so beautiful, little Anaiah. He breathes on my skin, and I kick his balls. Suddenly, I feel my body vibrate and my bones crack. Hair recedes on my skin, and I face my attacker with fury. He is gaping and shaking in fear. I look at myself and gasp, but it's a low growl. My wolf is beautiful with fur, as white as snow and electric blue eyes. At this point, Thomas pees his pants as he begs, but my wolf is furious, baring her sharp teeth at her. You are the chosen wolf, Thomas stutters, retreating from me. Baby, wake up. Someone's warm hands are shaking me gently. I snap my eyes open and realize it's Leandre. His face shows concern, his huge hands cupping my face. I sigh and look around. Both Arya and Dan look worried as well, tears building in my eyes, and not wanting them to see me cry. I wrap my arms around Leon's torso, hiding my face. He holds me tenderly while whispering in my ears. It was just a dream, a bad one. The one I've had since my first shift. Leandre's POV. She is thrashing and crying in her sleep. I try to hold her down, but she's still shaking violently. Baby, I shake her. She wakes up and wraps her arms around me. I hold her tenderly, all while eyeing Arya and Dan. They are worried too. She pulls away from me and I wipe her tears. Are you okay? Asks Arya, concerned. She nods positively. Bad dream. I'm sorry. I sigh and pull her onto my lap. I slip my hand around her waist, and she relaxes in my embrace. Do you have nightmares? Asks Dan. I see tears dance in her eyes, but she sways her head away. I kiss her shoulder, and she smiles slightly. I grin, happy that I made her smile with my simple gesture. I've been having nightmares since I shifted on my 13th. What happened on your 13th birthday, baby? I ask, gently. Mayana takes a deep breath before speaking. I killed someone. An alpha. Silence befalls us, and she looks at each one of us, searching for something. Disdain? Hate? I don't know, but when she didn't find whatever she was searching for, she continues. His name was Thomas Rivers. He was our alpha's brother. I'm sure he deserved it, says Arya, shrugging her shoulders. He used to touch me when no one is watching and on my birthday. He tried to rape me, she says with sadness. I hold her closer to me, I am angry, and my wolf was raging within me. Someone tried to take my mate forcibly. She turns slightly to me so that our eyes meet, a small smile crossing her delicate lips as she raises her fingers to caress her cheek. I'm fine now. I immediately relax into her touch. How does she do it? Magic. So that's why that bitch was yapping, growls Arya. Well, after that, everyone hated me and shunned me. Even my parents, she says, looking away. A tight knot stirs in my stomach. They abused a girl because she killed a pedophile in self-defense? I hold her closer. I know it's too late to change what happened, but I make a silent promise to always protect her. Nothing will ever harm or hurt her. These bastards, Arya growls. She plops back into her sit. As she continues to tell us all that happened, my anger is rising, and so are my sisters and Beta's. Wait, did you say you shifted at 13? I ask, shocked. Wolves shift into their form at the age of 16 or 18, while male alphas are the ones who get their wolf at age 14. Yes, I got my wolf at 13, but started bonding with her at the age of 5, she explains. We all look at her shocked. My mate is indeed special. An hour later, we decided to watch another movie when the siren blared. We got to our feet. Rogues are attacking, my mate says, bolting out of the room. I follow after her. Can she fight? As soon as we reach the main room of the pack house, everyone is panicking and moving around. I scan the room for my mate, and I growl when I see her talking to Amos. I rush to them. Anna! I roar, making her flinch, and I immediately regret my actions. I wrap a hand around her, but she flinches a little. Rogues have attacked the border. They came in large numbers, Amos informs us. Get the warriors there now, I order, and Amos's eyes darken, showing that he is mind-linking. Members of the same pack can talk telepathically. Alpha, I'm going to, says my mate. No, you're not. Amos and I shout in unison. Anna only rolls her eyes and moves from me to face Amos. My Lycan whimpers at that. Alpha, you know I can fight. I'm good. Amos seems to be reluctant. But I refuse. I don't even want her near a fight. You are not fighting, I tell her, but she ignores me. Well, most of our warriors went to help the Sky Moon Pack, so we are short in numbers. You can go, but be careful, Anaiah, Amos says, his eyes lingering on her longer than they should, and I growl. Anna takes off her shirt, but I grab her arm, stopping her. My mate is not endangering herself. I'll handle it. I growl at their pathetic alpha. He takes a step back, his wolf submitting to me. I am fighting, and you can't stop me. You're not my alpha, Anaiah says softly, but there was venom in her tone. She is determined, I sigh, and my Lycan says to trust her. Fine, but you stay by my side the whole time. She nods eagerly and pecks my lips. I grin after registering that she kissed me. An hour later. Impressed is not the right word I'd use. My mate is a skilled fighter. Her moves are graceful, like a ballet dancer's. She saved a lot of members, and if a rogue tries to sneak up on her, either Arya, Dan, or I made sure they die. After we burn all the corpses, I pull her close to me and smash my lips on her. She kisses me back, and some people around us clap. I hear a few growls coming from Amos, but I don't pay him any mind. You did good, baby. I praise her, and she grins at me. Anaiah's POV. Fighting alongside my mate felt good. It felt empowering and magical. Our movements were in sync, and it felt as if it was only us killing those filthy rogues. I learned how to fight at an early age. I was naturally a fighter, but wasn't allowed to train with the others. Putting all I practiced alone or saw when I watched the high-ranking members fight felt amazing. My mate is the strongest and best warrior I've ever seen. He was killing rogues left and right. Arya and Dan are also great. Those rogues didn't stand a chance. I'm smiling as we go back to the pack house. I notice a few warriors that were with us send glances my way or nod at me. This is the first time this has ever happened. No one ever acknowledges me or looks at me with admiration. We reach the main room of the pack house, and a warrior I recognize as Ian approaches me. He is the best warrior in the pack next to Amos, and trains divisions 1 and 2 at the arena. Yoren, right? I glance at my mate, who is glaring at the guy. Yes. I'm not used to it. Leon kisses my temple and smiles proudly at me. He's so adorable. When we get back to Leon's suite, he sighs and pulls me on his lap, kissing my neck, all while caressing my body. You disobeyed me, love. His voice is dark, but it sends shivers down my core. Fighting helps me remove all this anger I have inside me, I say with a moan. He is leaving sloppy kisses on my neck, and the moisture between my legs is building. He abruptly turns me to him so that I'm facing him. His eyes are dark with lust, and I trail a finger on his temple, amazed by his eyes. He pulls me closer to him by my hips, and I feel his huge dick pressing against me. Fuck, I breathe. He crashes his lips on me, and I kiss him back anxiously. His kiss is intense and savage, pouring all his emotions into it. He leaves my lips and kisses my neck, licking and sucking the spot he's supposed to mark me. A moan escapes from my lips, and I cover my mouth with my hands. He pulls away and smirks. I didn't know his eyes could be darker than they already are. He stands up, carrying me with him. My legs lock around his torso. I want you, baby, he says in my ear. Fuck. I knew this day will come sooner or later, and my mate has been patient enough with me, however. I don't know if I'm ready to mate. He continues, leaving kisses on my face, and the pressure between my legs is building intensely. I'm sure my pant is wet with my fluids. Have me, I whisper, sucking his earlobe. He lets out a groan of approval, and I tug the back of his hair. He jerks me up, and I squeal, but a knock on the door interrupts us. Leon lets out a deafening growl and marches to the door, not putting me down. King Leon, put me down, I say, but he grips me tighter. I giggle, and he opens the door. To our surprise, it's Amos. He looks furious at our position. What? My mate growls, angry that we were not only interrupted, but it was Amos. Amos is glaring at us. In his gaze is anger, jealousy, and a glimpse of hurt. My heart slightly hurt for him, but I remember what happened and all that goes away. I put my head against Leon's broad shoulder and close my eyes as the two talks. We should talk in private, Amos grits. Whatever you have to say, you can say in the presence of my mate, Leon says. I clear my throat and cup his face. It's okay. You gentlemen should talk. I'll take a shower, I tell him. Leon frowns, reluctant to let me go. But I kiss him quickly. He smiles and puts me down. Once in the bathroom, I prepare water and put some oil and herbs in the jacuzzi that will help me with my tense muscles. I strip and first get in the shower to clean the blood off me before going to the bathtub. I close my eyes and lean my head against the border, enjoying the lurking warm water. Leon's scent fills my nose and a smile appears on my lips. As he lowers himself to his knees, his hands are on my shoulder, and my heart starts to palpitate. His huge hands are soft against my skin. His message is making me relax until I feel his hands roam somewhere on my chest. My heart beats fast, and he lowers his lips against my skin, inhaling my scent. Anaiah's POV. King Leandre grabs one of my breasts, his lips still against my skin, and I feel wet between my core. An embarrassing moan leaves my mouth. I can feel his smirk against my soft skin. Baby, he says huskily in my ear. He appears in front of me, grabbing gently and putting me on the border. I bite my bottom lips and stare at this heavenly man as he takes me in. He doesn't smile, but I see approval in his intimidating gaze. He parts my legs and dives in to suck my pussy. Oh my. My breath hitches as he thrusts in me with his tongue. I grab hold of his hair and concentrate on the pleasure I'm feeling. I'm breathing heavily as his thrusts are deeper. I call his name as I come all over him. He looks up at me and kisses my lips. You're so delicious, he mutters and lifts me. We share a deep kiss. I'm eager to have him in me, to bury himself in me. I want you. Within seconds, he takes me to the bedroom. I don't let go until I feel the sheets against my back. He hovers over me and takes off his shirt, showing me his 8-pack. I caress his chest with my fingers, and he brings them to his lips, kissing each one of them sensually. I look deep into his eyes and thank the moon goddess for this man, for wanting me the way he does, and for accepting me as his mate. I chew on my lips as I appreciate him, and that's it. All self-control leaves him, and he crashes his lips against mine. He somehow pulls down his boxers without detaching himself from me. He enters me slowly, and I hiss in pain as he is met with a block. He seals my cry with a kiss. Breath, love, he instructs. I nod and close my eyes. He continues to try until he buries himself fully within my pussy. He stays still. I'm panting hard and a few tears escape my eyes. He slowly pulls out and in. I grip his back tightly, my nails digging in his skin, and I smell blood. As he moves, the pain is replaced by pleasure, and slowly and shyly, I rotate my hips, meeting his pace. Our voices of pleasure fill the room as the Lycan King pounds in me like a man possessed. His lips brush against my marking spot, and I moan. Ah, baby, he moans. More, more. I beg, and he obliges, moving in and out faster. At this point, the pack house can hear us, but we don't give a damn. Leon, I scream as I reach my orgasm. He continues to thrust in me relentlessly until he releases in me with a groan. He stays in me for a long time, kissing my collarbone and then my neck. I caress the back of his hair and kiss his chest. We are panting and trying to get back to reality after our wild and passionate sex. I love you, he whispers, caressing my face with his fingers. I stiffen at his words. Is this a dream? Did he just say that to me? He sounded so sure. Do I love him? I don't know, but my feelings for him are profound, and I'm fond of him. He accepted me when no one could. He picked me up when I was broken. While in my thoughts, I feel his breath even. He's sleeping. I kiss his nose and sleep next to him. I had a good sleep. I dreamt about my mate and the wonderful life we'll have together. Anaiah's POV. I open my eyes and I feel his breath on me. His grip on me is tight. I get out of it gently and go to take a shower. I look into the mirror and gasp when I see bruises on my skin and many hickeys on my neck. I sigh and get into the shower. The hot water feels good on my body. After I'm done, I wear my sweats and a tank top. I put a hoodie over my outfit because it's cold and go outside. I'd love to be in bed with my mate, but I must make breakfast for the whole pack house. I quickly run downstairs to the kitchen to get started, but I'm surprised to find Amos there. He looks to be in deep thoughts. In his hand is what smells like a strong coffee. I slowly back away, not wanting any trouble, but he speaks. Stay, please. His voice is strained. I look around and get to the other side of the counter. Are you all right? I ask with difficulty. He doesn't answer, so I go to the walk-in fridge, taking out some things I need for breakfast. I take out some sausages, cheese, eggs, and so many others to prepare food enough for everyone. I find Amos, still in the position I left him in. He is holding his mug tightly. You mated. He made sure to cover you in his scent, he suddenly whispers. I sigh and put olive oil on the big pan to fry the sausages. He's my mate, however. I don't see a mark on you. I touch the place where he is supposed to mark me and frown. Indeed. I thought he would, but he didn't. I'm sorry for treating you the way I did, Anaiah. I was wrong, he says. But I don't answer. I can't forgive what happened. The rejection, the whipping, and all that happened. If it weren't for Leandre saving me, I would have rotted in the dungeons simply because I beat up his chosen Luna. I need you back. My wolf is in despair, he declares. I roll my eyes. Amos watches me work and I ignore him. A few Omegas come in the kitchen, others nodding at me or sending me a quick smile. I'm sure what happened last night at the border spread like wildfire. On my way out of the kitchen, an older woman and a young man who I saved during the fight approached me. She holds my hands and kisses them. Thank you so much for saving my only son, young lady, she says with tears in her eyes. I smile and nod. After thanking me, I go to Leon's room, calling him down for breakfast. Once I'm there, I don't find him in bed. I hear the shower running, and I decide to tidy up a little. Our clothes are scattered everywhere on the floor. The door to the bathroom opens, and Leandre walks out, drying his hair with his white towel and only wearing his black boxers. My eyes trail on his wet body, and I swallow thickly. My panties damping, and he smirks. Am I making you wet, love? I feel flustered, and I turn around. He laughs, and my heart leaps out of his chest. He has such a nice laugh. Where did you go? I was worried. I feel his hands circle my waist, and his lips brush against my skin, making a shiver run down my body. I went to make breakfast. He stops kissing me and comes in front of me. Why? He sounds angry. It was my duty today. We, as Omegas, are given shifts to cook and clean, I inform him. You're not an Omega. You're my Luna, my queen, he says. It's something I've never thought much of. Am I worthy of leading by his side? A knock sounds on the door, and Dan pokes his head in. Guys, I'm starving. Can we go down now? He asks. The door swings fully open, and Arya walks in. She looks beautiful in a dress. It shows off her slender figure. She smiles mischievously at us, and I blush in embarrassment. I see you two are having a good morning. She emphasizes the word good. After their activity last night, I squeak, covering my ears with my hands, and I rush into the bathroom, locking the door behind me. I hear them chuckle, and I'm sure I'm as red as a tomato. I can't believe they heard us. Just how many people heard our passionate lovemaking? A few minutes later, I open the door and walk out. Thank the moon, Arya and Dan are gone. Leon walks out of the bathroom with a grin. He pecks my lips, and we go downstairs. Everyone is sitting in their places, and they go quiet when they see us. My mate pulls me onto his lap and kisses my shoulders. Eat, he tells everyone. They all start to converse as they eat. He feeds me my food, but I'm not too hungry, so I just have a few bites. Baby, I'm needed back home, he says. At the Lycan pack? I ask. Yes. Does he want me to go with him? Of course, we are mated now. I can't wait for you to meet my family. Mother will cuddle you up, he husks with a smile as he talks about his family. But a growl resonates. You are going fucking nowhere with my mate. Anaiah's POV. I'm looking at Amos shocked. His outburst made everyone flinch. His teeth elongate, and so do his claws. Some pack members shiver in fear, others asking what he's thinking, challenging the Lycan King. However, Leandre is very calm and continues to eat. Amos growls again, and this time, Leon is pissed. He hits the table with his fist, making everyone jump, and plates crash to the floor. I get off his lap. What the fuck is wrong with you, Alpha Amos? Anna is my mate, not yours. You rejected her, remember? Gasps resonate in the room, and Amos looks angrier as he retorts. I took back my rejection. Leandra laughs coldly and flares his nose, his eyes dilating. Stay away from my mate. Next time you try to claim her, I'll take it as a challenge and kill you without thinking twice about it. His alpha aura is exuding and making everyone shake in fear. But all I'm thinking is how hot he looks. I'll never... Amos, Eunice shouts. Tears running down her face, her chosen mate just embarrassed her by claiming me as his. I smirk inwardly, not feeling sorry for her. You want this slut? You chose a fucking cunt, a nobody over me? Before she can finish her words, Dan has her by the throat, choking her. How dare you insult my Luna, Wolf, he hisses. A lot of things happened at once. While Dan still has Eunice in a chokehold, Amos shifts into his wolf form and lunges at Leandra. I've been pushed aside so that the angry wolf shouldn't crush into me. I land on the floor, hitting my head against the wall. Anya, Arya comes to my side, getting on her knees, and asks if I'm all right. I feel dizzy for a moment, but growls and groans get my attention. With her help, I try to get up, but I hiss in pain when I realize I have sprained my ankle. But I have no time to think about it right now. My eyes sway to my mate, who has now shifted into a much bigger Lycan, making the room too small. He has Amos on the ground, and with one movement can tear his throat out. Dan has injured the two warriors who were trying to defend Eunice, and now the Alpha's daughter is on the ground, holding her neck and crying. Half of the members have run away. The Lycan's aura is too much to handle. They are all angry. With a limping leg, I approach the big, bad Lycan. It's so tall, towering over everyone. I lean into it and caress his fur. He removes his paws from Amos's neck and nestles me. We stay close for a very long time. Can you please shift back? I ask. I hear the cracking of bones, and my mate is standing in front of me in all his glory. His chest is rising and falls as he glares at an injured Amos. He too has turned back to his human form. He has blood over his body, and his mother is wailing next to him. Dan throws basket shorts to my mate, and some warriors take Amos away to the infirmary. King Leandra pulls me into his embrace. He's inhaling my scent, and that seems to calm him a little. I shake my head and guide him out of the room. We spend the whole day in the suite, cuddling. We don't speak much, and it's nice this way. Someone knocks on the door, and two Omegas bring in a tray of food. They leave, and I get up to eat, as I was a little hungry. Lately, I easily get hungry, maybe because the Lycan King makes me eat regularly. I eat 2 slices of pizza and have a Coca-Cola. I sigh and rub my belly. Come eat, I tell Leon. He sends me a small smile and nods, putting his phone away and grabbing a slice to eat. My big Lycan was hungry, and in no time the food finished. We go back to bed. He kisses my lips and turns off the lamp on his side. Good night, baby, he says. I look up at him. He seems sad. Is everything okay? Are you unhappy with me? I ask timidly. No. What do you feel about Amos? He asks. His question gets me off guard. Nothing. He's just my alpha. He's not, I am. He growls. I raise an eyebrow, and he apologizes with a kiss. I didn't let you kill him because it's wrong. We just can't go around getting rid of people we don't like because we can. And this pack needs an alpha, especially with the attacks that are happening among packs. I gently tell him. He nods and scoots me closer to his warm chest. I'm sorry. I get jealous. I don't want to lose you. I smile at his confession. I didn't know I'd love being loved so much, or a day would come when a man will be scared to lose me. I caress his sharp jawline and kiss his chin. Don't apologize for being jealous. I love it, I say. The truth is that I get scared that one day you will wake up and realize I'm not the woman you want by your side, I confess. He frowns. Oh, my love, never. You are the best thing for me, and I'd choose you 1,000 times. His words bring me to tears. I love you, Anaiah Ross. I love you too, Leandra. He stiffens at my words, and his face cracks into a smile. He kisses me and hovers over me. Repeat, please, he begs. I love you, I smile. I say it again and again until I feel his dick at the entrance of my pussy. He doesn't give me time to process anything when he pushes it in and out. I almost cry, not used to his huge size yet, but he kisses me. Say it to me again, baby. I love you, I pant as he repeats his actions. I close my eyes as he slams into me and repeats the words I love you like a favorite tune of mine. Yes, baby, he moans. I love you, Leon. Anaiah's POV. Mature content. The next day, I gathered enough courage to visit Amos in the clinic. If I was to leave my past to start a new life with King Leandre, I wanted to do it the right way, with a clean heart. I push the door open to his room, and I find him sleeping peacefully. Sensing someone in the room, he opens his eyes and smiles when he realizes it is me. Hey! He tries to sit up and I help him. I sigh and take a seat on the visitor's chair by his bedside and ask, "How are you?" Broke some of my ribs and he somehow twisted my arms. Not sure how. But I'm healing well and fast, he informs me. I nod. I'll be leaving with Leandre to the Lycan Royal Pack tomorrow, I tell him. He looks sullen and reaches to grab my hand, and I let him. Please don't leave me, he begs. I'm going with my mate. There is nothing you can do or say that can change my mind. I was resolute in my decision, no matter how much he begged. I have already chosen Leon as the man to spend the rest of my life with. Amos lost his chance the moment he rejected me and sent me to the dungeons. He's not as perfect as you think. Anaiah, he's lying to you. He tries, but I shake my head. Stop. I only came here because I don't want to start the new page of my life with hurt or grudges, I inform him. Have you asked yourself why he didn't mark you? He's scared you'll read his emotions, and I raise my hand to stop him. Goodbye, Amos. I exit in a hurry. I can hear his painful screams as I run to my room. A snotty woman pushes me aside and I fall to the ground. That's it, bitch. I punch Leah in the face and she yelps, attacking me, but I dodge and kick her in her side. I continue hitting her until I feel satisfied. I smirk at her and proceed to the room. I find Leon packing. He kisses my cheek and together, we head downstairs for lunch. After our meal, we drive to the airport where a private plane awaits. I didn't know the Lycan Royal Pack was far, I say to Arya. It's only a 4 or 5 hours drive, but the brother has got important business today, so we opted to use the plane. No offense to the universe. She shrugs. The inside of the plane is amazing. It has leather seats and is very comfortable. It even has a huge bed. I take a seat in front of Leon, who seems too busy working on his laptop. I wish he can give me some attention, as I am very nervous to fly because it's my first time. The stewardess is saying something, but I don't even hear her because of my nerves. As we are taxiing, Leon puts his laptop away and pulls me onto his lap. I bury my face in his chest, and he kisses the top of my head. I got you, he says softly to me, and I believe him. At some point, the stewardess came to ask if I wanted to have something to eat. But I refused as I was still nervous, and I hated the way she made eyes with my mate. I growled at her, causing Leon to smirk. Jealousy suits you, love. I only roll my eyes, and he raises his eyebrows. Did you just roll your eyes at me? He looks amused, and his eyes darken to what I'd say can only be lust. He blinks a few times and leans his head against the seat. I kiss his throat. The pilot announces that we are about to land and that we should fasten our seatbelts, but no one did. When we landed, I was so happy. Arya and Dan went down first, then we followed. "Home!" screamed Arya, raising her hands in the air. They were all happy and smiling. We approached the cars that were there, and 2 men welcomed us. They had an uncanny resemblance. They had blonde hair, blue eyes, and muscular bodies. They were really hot, like all the other Lycans I'd seen. The 2 men smiled at us and they extended their arms. Arya ran into them. "Jake, Jack." They exchanged greetings and then greet the guys in a bro hug. Their eyes riveted to me and they licked their lips, making Leon growl. And they raised their hands in a peace gesture. "Who is this beautiful lady?" one of them asks. Jake, this is my mate Anaiah." They cough, and their eyes widen as if they were unable to believe the information. "Yo, finally." "She's a beauty." I blush at their comment. "Hello, Luna," they say in unison. They are very cheerful. Jack and Jake are fraternal twins and gammas of the pack. We get in our cars and head to the Lycan Royal Pack. Leandra is busy mind-linking and typing on his laptop, but he touches me from time to time, asking with his eyes if I'm okay. I only smile and nod, taking in the scenery. The Lycan Pack is vast and wealthy. It has tall skyscrapers and modern buildings. The houses are similarly huge and classy, with nice gardens and porches. We reach a huge manor that almost looks like a castle, and the car comes to a stop. "Home!" Arya shouts, smiling from ear to ear. We get out of the car, and Leon grabs my hand, directing me inside. This is a castle. I look around in awe. The house is 10 times bigger than the pack house back home. It has royal blue-themed rooms with high ceilings. The floor is sparkling, and everything is neat in its place. A few Omegas run to welcome us. "Is this the pack house?" I ask. Yes, it's one of them. We have about 5. Everyone I met was tall and beautiful, all courteous and glorious. They were like the Greek gods. The Lycans are indeed the most imposing creatures to ever live on Earth. My mate takes me to our suite. It is spacious, with a huge bed in the middle, an ensuite bathroom, and a huge walk-in closet. I notice there are female clothes in here, jewelry, and all types of shoes. "Whose clothes are these?" I ask, peeking at him. "I ask someone to shop for you, and if you want more, you and Arya can go," he informs me as he discards his shirt. I wrap my arms around his huge tors and get on my tiptoes to kiss his lips. He grabs the back of my hair and captures my lips in a searing kiss. He grabs me by the ass and lifts me. I wrap my legs around him tightly as we make out passionately. Soon, our makeout becomes intense and our clothes are discarded on the floor. He mans in my ear. I tug the back of his hair, making him groan in pleasure. He gently puts me on the soft bed, and he tears my thong in one movement. He enters me and I cry his name. Leon. He pounds in me relentlessly, and I moan his name. The colliding of our flesh is what we hear, and his growls. My hips meet his pace, and we switch position. He begins to take me from behind, slamming in me harder. The position is a little awkward and embarrassing, but I don't have time to be shy right now. His thrusts become more savage, and I know he's close, and so am I. With more thrusts, we both come and I collapse on the bed, my body trembling. I hear my mate chuckle as he leaves kisses on my neck. "I love you," he says, showering me with more kisses. "I love you too," I mumble, closing my eyes to rest.